There, can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, awesome. Thanks for putting on such a long stream.
My pleasure.
Gonna try and bring it back to the basics a little bit here, just because I've got some questions, and one of the guys I onboarded, he's got some questions, pretty much two, the same. Could you explain how many shares I purchase is decided based on the amount of money,
Sure.
just in a simple way? I've watched Kareem talk about it on YouTube, but
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear how you put it on.
All right. So let's give you an analogy to something you might understand. Google's a company. They have shares. How many Google shares do you get for your dollar?
Not very many.
Depends on the price of the shares. Price changes all the
Yeah,
time, right?
yeah.
Right. Same for HEX. So your USD price of shares changes all the time. If the USD price of HEX goes up, shares cost more. If the price of HEX goes down, shares cost less.
Okay.
And that's it. Now,
That's easy enough.
yep. Now there's two things which add to that equation. When you buy Google shares, there is no mechanism for you to lock your shares to get extra shares for your money, where you get more shares if you lock longer. In HEX, there is. So in HEX, you can only buy HEX shares with HEX. So
Okay.
Google shares you can buy with dollars. HEX shares you can only buy with HEX. And how do you buy a HEX share? You mint it from thin air. And how do you mint it from thin air? By locking your HEX. The longer you lock, the larger you lock, the more shares you get. You get 20% extra every year that you lock, up to a max of 10 years. And you can, lock up to 15 if you want to enjoy not having to relock at a worse rate 5 years later. And the price to get shares in HEX always increases in HEX terms every day or two.
Okay.
So the USD price can go up and down, but the price in HEX can only go up. And that's how we simulate compounding interest.
Okay.
So the price
Yeah.
of shares in
Is
US
that the
dollars goes ups and down. The price in HEX only goes up. And if you lock longer or larger, you get more bonus shares, and that's it.
Okay.